Okay, so thank you all for taking the time to be here. This is one of the most topics that the most people relate to. So I did this just 6 weeks ago, and I usually only do it once a year. But so many people have great questions about what is my purpose? How can I understand what it is? How do I know if I'm living it? How can I get on the right path? How can I get the resources to help me live it? That sort of thing. So that's what we're going to dive into today. You are very welcome to put your questions in the chat. And chat, if you're not familiar with it, if you hover your cursor over the bottom of your screen, there's a little chat button. And you'll find in there, I posted resources for you. So I've got links in there, and you're welcome to put your questions in. So what we're going to do today, we're going to have that energy healing and blessing from the angels. And then I'll walk you through what the resources are that I offer. And then I'll unmute everybody, and we'll be able to go through those questions and answers about life purpose. And then once we've got the context of what people have need help with in that area, then we'll do a guided meditation together so that you can each really visualize and anchor in what your purpose is and get some comfort and confidence around that, to know what that looks like for you, because it's different for all of us. And then we'll have time at the end for a few more questions and wrap up. So we'll be together for about an hour, and thank you so much for taking the time. So let's start with the thank you angels clearing prayer. And if you don't relate to the thought of angels, that's absolutely fine. Just follow your own intuition, follow your guidance. Anything that I say that doesn't quite resonate for you, just substitute in your mind. And if you more relate to something else, it's absolutely fine. Just substitute that, because you know yourself the best, and follow your intuition. You're welcome to get nice and comfortable. So you can just take off your glasses if you even want to lie down or relax or whatever you need to do. And I will do the same. So let's just take a big breath in. Welcome to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets through everyone's physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional bodies, as well as through their financial bodies, their creative bodies, their romantic bodies, their relationship bodies, taking everything with you that does not serve the wonderful people on this call or the people who will be listening to this recording later. Thank you for providing this marvelous clearing for us, energy upgrade, energy blessing for us, helping us get more grounded, helping us live our purpose. We'd be so appreciative of that. Please take with you any energy that does not serve us, any energy we've outgrown, any energy that's not ours, any energy that's ours in combination with someone else's. Please take it up to the light, up to source love, up to the divine, uh, with a lot of love and compassion now. But if it's not serving us, please take it with you now. We'd be so appreciative of that. Bringing down in its place more freedom, more mobility, more flow, more energetic flow, so that we're able to live our purpose, embrace our purpose, understand our purpose, and also to attract the resources for our purpose. We'd be so grateful for that. And bringing down that marvelous feeling of peace that we just feel in our hearts when we know that our lives have purpose, that we have purpose, and that we're able to make a difference in whatever way feels right to us. We'd be so appreciative of that. We'll do that twice more. Thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets up to the core of Mother Earth and through everyone's home and property, taking with you anything that is not in alignment with our purpose, not in alignment with us enjoying our homes, having our homes be a sanctuary, having our homes be our temple, just a place where we can relax, recharge, feel safe, feel happy, feel comfortable, feel a lot of joy in. Please balance up our homes and properties for not only the listeners on this call, but for other people, family members, friends, whoever else might be living in the home with them or visiting the home regularly, including our four-legged friends, including any other animals, whether they've got fins, feathers, whatever they might have. And please also bless Mother Earth, the property, the yard, the land that we're living on. We'd be so appreciative of that. Taking any energy with you that is not in alignment with our homes, with our properties, with our purpose. Please take it with you up to the light for healing now. Thank you. One more time. Thank you, angels, for sweeping your nets up through the core of Mother Earth and through our emotions, emotions that don't serve us. Yes, we experience many emotions that are uplifting and wonderful, and we want to feel more of, but we came to experience a human body. We came to experience emotions and how to balance them. So please help us balance our emotions by taking with you anything that does not serve us, whether it be anxiety, whether it be depression, whether it be exhaustion, whether it be frustration, overwhelm, anger, whatever does not serve us in the category of emotions. We'd be so grateful if you were to take that with you now, starting up at the top of our heads, up at our crowns, and just sweeping your nets through our entire bodies with each person's permission, of course, on down through their crown, their third eye, their throat, their heart, their solar plexus, gathering all the energy, balancing the chakras as you go, balancing all the energy within our bodies. And for the ladies on the call, for the women, gathering the energy around the sacral chakra across the hips, and then sending the energy down through the root. Gentlemen, you're going to ground from the root. Ladies, you're going to ground from your sacral, and then send all that energy of emotions that no longer serve us. Imagine a grounding cord dropping down between your legs, going down deep, deep, deep to the magnetic core of Mother Earth. And now you can really invite your higher self to be fully in your body. Invite in your highest beings of light to help you, whether you relate to angels, God, your own higher self, the universe, ascended masters, ancestors, beautiful, powerful totem animals, whoever you relate to, call them in to help you, to assist you with living your purpose and letting go of any emotions tripping you up that no longer serve you. So send them on down that grounding cord, and again connect in that magnetic core of Mother Earth. And here is where you can find the fountain of youth energy. And you're welcome to now pull that up in the place through your grounding cord, in the place of those emotions that didn't serve you. Bring up that fountain of youth energy and allow it to heal your body, allow it to heal your relationships, allow it to heal your finances, allow it to heal anything you need it to make fresh and new. This is the fountain of youth energy. It's your divine right blueprint of what you're meant to feel and experience and to learn and progress in this lifetime, including to fully embrace that life purpose. You can also pull up the wonderful resources you need from that magnetic core of Mother Earth. And let's just thank her for allowing us to live here in such a beautiful place and for just supporting life on the planet. So thank you, angels. It is done. So be it. So you're welcome to gently, gently open your eyes when you're ready. Come on back fully into your body, feeling that difference of really being grounded, really being in your body, being in that peaceful, loving, balanced place. We've also balanced the masculine and feminine, the two sides of the body. So that's what the angels want to offer to us. I could hear they were weaving in a lot of things to do with life purpose today. Every time I say this prayer and do this energy healing and blessing, it's different. because it's specific to the people who are on the call live or the people who may listen to the recording later, and they know what we most need. And today we're here for life purpose, so to work on sharpening our saw in that area. So let me just explain some of the resources I have available for you. I do these complimentary workshops on an ongoing basis. You can find them on my website. My website is linked in the chat. It's my full name, wendyrosewilliams.com. And you can look there on the events tab or on the home page and just see what's coming up. You can see when there's workshops. You can see when there's the ongoing energy healings, blessings and clearings with Q&A, where I walk you through something similar to what we just did, as well as explain what the various services are that are available. And then we do general Q&A, questions and answers that people have regarding whatever's coming up for them that they need help with. But today will be specific to life purpose, because today is a workshop. Other things that I have available for you at no cost are my podcast, which is called wakingupspiritually.com. And you'll see that linked in the chat. You're welcome. You can go into the chat and just do a copy paste and put it into a blank Word document or wherever you'd like to share that. If you'd like to just grab that information to have those links, you're most welcome to do that. I co-host the Waking Up Spiritually podcast with a wonderful friend named Greg Kirk. We've been doing it for over 3 years. You're so welcome to go to our website for the podcast, which is wakingupspiritually.com. And in there, you can look through, there's over 50 of them archived, and you can look through and you can put in the search button. If you need help with a special topic or area or arena, just put in the search button. You need help with life purpose, past lives, energy management, whatever it might be. And you're very likely to find a podcast on that specific topic. So you're so welcome to use that. My books are also available for sale via Amazon and Audible. I've had the good fortune to publish 2 books. I also have 2 short stories that are in collection books. The topic is always reincarnation, past lives, energy management, healing. So it's always in that lane. There's both a nonfiction series called Regression Healing, and there's a fiction series called The Flow. So depending how you like to read or listen to information, they're available on Kindle for less than $5. So just work to make them affordable to as many people as possible. So you can find those via the link that's shared, and they're on Amazon and Audible, as I said. And you can search by my full name there as Wendy Rose Williams. Let's see what other resources. So I'll look at my own chat here. And for anybody that has trouble figuring out the time zones, because oh my goodness, I'm not the only one trying to figure out time zones at time. Because when I say I'm in Pacific time zone, so everything listed is in Pacific time, but sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what time that is where I am in Australia. So just look at that time converter and know that my times are written in Pacific time. And then you can just convert from there to know what time to join a live call like this. And let's see what else. Oh, for Waking Up Spiritually, you're welcome to join us live. We do it in the Facebook group, also called Waking Up Spiritually. And we typically podcast live the second Monday of the month at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. And you can just join that group to ask questions, to get support, etc. So those are the complimentary services. I also offer one-on-one sessions. It's a series of 3 sessions, and the first session is 2.5 hours. The second session is 1 hour. The third session is also 1 hour. So we'd be working one-on-one for 4.5 hours. And that is that wonderful deep dive where we can really work on things that are challenging for you or an issue for you. That's where we can really get into resolving if there's any depression, if there's any anxiety, if there's any pain, disease, stuck energy, stuck creativity, people wanting to write a book for the first time, but just can't get that going, or lots of questions about career or wealth or relationships. It tends to be health, wealth, and relationships are kind of the 3 big categories but you also get to ask questions and get help. And it's your higher self and guides that I'm going to help you connect with that come into those 3 sessions. And that's who architects the experience in the healing session. So they're different for everybody because everyone has different needs, and your higher self and guides know what's going to be most effective for you and what's most needed. So the sessions are done via Zoom. So you're in the comfort of your own home. And if home is just a super busy place, then you can just do the session at a friend's house, do it in your car, just, park somewhere lovely and quiet, and be able to park and do the session via Zoom from your phone, or bring your tablet or laptop with you. But that's how those sessions are held. And I record them for you as an audio file. And what we do in those 3 sessions, it's different for everyone, as I said, but here's the general overall structure for most people. We would go to a healing temple. In the healing temple, we'd bring in a series of colored healing lights that gently yet powerfully heal you through all space and time. We balance your 4 elements if they're not already balanced, your fire and water and earth and air. That can be life-changing for so many people if we're way out of balance in an area. We also work with the chakras. So with the root chakra at the base of the tailbone spine on up to the crown chakra at the top of the head. So that's what we do in the healing temple. Then we get you wonderfully aligned with your guide if you're not already. And if you are, that's fantastic. But we receive a gift from the guide, and you receive a message from your guide. And many people say feeling that unconditional love and that wisdom, and knowing that you've got that support available for you and how to access it, that's a big deal. So that can be life-changing for many people. And other people say, oh my gosh, it was the healing temple. That was my favorite part. The third thing that we do out of 4 in those three sessions is we go to the time and place with the most healing and information and uplift for your life today. And that can be also just life-changing. Some people have a lot of past life energy to release or to bring in and to celebrate, because we can bring in that forgotten knowledge and those abilities and those skills that would be very pertinent and helpful now. So we go to that time and place. Sometimes we're going to scenes earlier in this lifetime. So that can also happen because many people do need reframing of that. But we go wherever we need to go. And then we purposefully go to the last day in a past life, and we just let go of the body, thank it, release from it, and just being able to pull out of the body and raise our vibration and frequency and go up higher to the light. Many people tell me, "Oh my gosh, that was the bomb. That was just my favorite part." And just to be able to feel that freedom and to know that you can do that and experience that. We then go on up to the light, and I ask your guide to meet us there and have your book of life waiting. And you're able to write up to 20 questions. So usually it's those big 3 categories: health, wealth, relationships, but there can be other major questions too, interesting dreams, spiritual experience, learning more about life purpose, those sorts of things. So you can write those questions, and then we're getting the answers from your guide and from your higher self, consulting your book of life. So that's how the sessions work. And the price for those is $9.97 US. And you're able to self-schedule from the link that I provided, meaning you know what dates you're available, and you look on my calendar and see when I'm available and just sync up and self-schedule for those. And you also are able to use the secure payment processor via the product that's called Book Like a Boss. So that's simply the way that you're able to do that and get started, so we can work together one-on-one. So that's how that piece works if you are drawn to and interested in doing the one-on-one sessions. If the 997, if that's easier for you to break into 3 payments of 375, simply email me, contact me through the website at Wendy Rose Williams, and the last tab is contact me, and let me know, I want to do the sessions, but please help me get scheduled, and I want to do the 3 at 375. And we can do it that way, and I'll just manually help you do it versus through the online scheduler. So that's what I want to share with you as resources available through me. And let's get to the fun part now. Let's get everybody unmuted and look at the questions, anything that's coming in for questions via life purpose. And let me just scan. Okay, I'm not seeing any there, so you're welcome to put them into the chat. Depending on, let's see, we have 32 of us here. So I'm going to unmute everybody. But if you'd be so kind, if you know you've got background noise going on, please just mute yourself again. But I'm going to invite everybody to unmute and ask, what questions do you have about life purpose? And we will just start addressing those, and then we'll do that meditation to get us all to where we can just vision that life purpose. So what questions? Who has a question? I cannot see everybody on my screen at the same time, so I won't know if you physically put your hand up. So if you'd be so kind, put the question into chat or use that raise hand function. Who knows how to do that? I think it's under reactions on the bottom of your screen. You can do the raise hand. Okay, Eric. Eric found.
I did.
Yes. So
Much
what's your question? Let's talk about life purpose.
appreciate it.
What
Yes,
are you thinking?
I'm very interested. Life purpose is very interesting for me. I'm going through a transition right now. I just finished over 21 years with the Navy, and now I work for a corporation, and I'm feeling really strong to leave the entire the industry of self defense of national defense. And I've been a closet metaphysician slash shaman most of my life, and so
Okay.
I know I'm supposed to move in this direction. The problem is my attempts in the past have been met with failure, and I've had some trouble in regards to releasing blockages for not only income and success, but also for writing and putting this out there. So I'm kind of curious about my life purpose in regards to this, as to whether or not I'm barking up the wrong tree, or if I'm just if I've got blockages there that need removal, or if it's a
Sure.
past. So thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, this is such a great question, Eric. Thank you for bringing, because that was so multi-layered. So I think I first let's try and reframe that. I'm sorry it's been so challenging in that area because you feel really drawn to it, and I'm sure you've got gifts in that area. Let's try and reframe they've all been failures, or they've been failures. They've just been some of those tough learning opportunities, because it's not always, we decide to do something very different and we like just skyrocket to the top immediately. Life often doesn't work like that, because we learn better and we progress better from like the stair steps and the incremental, and sure, they can feel like abysmal failures. But we don't want to get, too disheartened. But your question too was key around, am I barking up the wrong tree, or is this really what I'm drawn to do and meant to do? And if so, how do I get it to pencil? Because let's be practical. We don't we're not all necessarily wonderful trust fund babies, or don't always have whatever source of income. And many of us do need to, it needs to pencil, it needs to make sense in the system that we're in. So I'm going to be really looking forward to what you learn in the meditation, and we'll make sure to get to that quickly and have enough time for that, so we can debrief on that and still stay at a reasonable hour here and do an hour. So any other questions? Let me look in chat. Um, yes, can so relate to this. Yes, absolutely. I'm feeling very blocked. Oh my goodness. I know that can be so disheartening. And that came to me as a direct message, so I won't use the name, but just thank you for bringing that up, because that just takes courage to say that. So using that thank you, angels, healing prayer and clearing prayer, that can help remove a lot of blockages. Whatever you do as your spiritual practice to just feel great and to be able to relieve and release those, because that's the first step, to just say, oh my gosh, I just feel so blocked. And then knowing the difference between, are you really blocked, or are you feeling anxiety and fear and you don't want to move forward, because that's a subtle difference. Or are you just plain old meant to rest and relax and be just waiting for what comes next. But it can feel like a block, if we're used to boom, 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 lots of things happening. It can feel like a block when it's really simply time to relax and wait for that next stage. And oh, this is a poignant question. Thank you, Al, for this question. Is there a point where your guides give up on you and say, this one is hopeless, and stop
No,
to communicate?
never.
I agree. I agree. Our guides do not give up on us. Occasionally, very occasionally, there's a switch in guides because they'll just realize, oh my gosh, we just cannot get this communication going. We need a different guide for this person because we just can't get it going. Both sides have tried, but guides are never that. No, no, that would no, that would just that's not going to happen. I know it can be really hard and we can feel like, oh my gosh, I just don't feel the connection, or I don't have a guide, or I've made so many mistakes or done so many things that I wish I hadn't done, that the guides must have clearly given up on us. I try and have a sense of humor about it. I try and picture, you've probably all seen the Facebook memes and the fun cartoons of the guides trying mightily to like push us in the right direction, and we're like, wow, just going all over the place and like not getting it. But we learn a lot from it. We come for the learning, we come for the experiences. You've probably all seen those memes, or just the guides just like slapping themselves in the forehead like, will this person ever get it? We have eternity. We're going to get it. We're going to make progress. We're going to learn. We're going to raise our vibration and frequency, and we absolutely will get help in doing so. Um, yes, just thinking my guide would just say, give her a slap for me. Yeah, I think that sense of humor just definitely helps. Um, and just feeling so deeply stuck after leaving a long career in service as a nurse, and want something new but have no clue what it is. So yes, let's see what we can get as we look at life purpose. I do have to say though, the guides are reminding me our life purpose. So let's go through some caveats around that. Life purpose is typically so bold, so basic that we can miss it. It's typically expressed in 2 to 7 words, and it typically starts with a verb. So, examples, and it does not have to fully align with your quote career, how you make a living, but you can be living your purpose and still doing something that may not seem so directly related, but it's usually going to show up in some surprise ways that you're doing it, even though you don't realize it. And others are very, directly related. So an example of a life purpose that people might not recognize as one, it might be to be the most loving human being I can be. And people are like, you're kidding. That can't be my life purpose, but that's what comes through. And that's truly it. Because you know what? That's a very high calling. That's a beautiful life purpose. But we think, oh, life purpose, it has to be, these career type things. It can be to be an amazing parent. Because this is soul level. This is what your soul chose, your eternal soul across all lifetimes chose, with deep consideration, thought, and with input and help from guides and others to choose the life purpose. Maybe your life purpose is to master forgiveness. So guess what? You're probably going to have a lot of experiences that are challenging to forgive because your soul is really working on that this lifetime. So just when I work with clients and those life purposes come through in session and we really hear it from their higher self and guides, That's what it typically breaks down to, is 2 to 7 words, and it can be more direct, more basic, more simple, more bold, than we've thought of. And here we are, like, chasing all around, trying to find what's, like, right under our nose. Your life purpose likely correlates to anything you can remember loving doing as a child. When you had free time and no one was directing you or telling you what to do, and you were just naturally drawn to, you wanted to be with your pets, be with your animals. You were fascinated by animals. That likely, correlates into that life purpose. My oldest daughter is now practicing as a veterinarian. I mean, she wanted anything and everything to do with animals right from the get-go. And now she is, she's living that. Hers very directly lined up. Um, but other people, it's not as direct. So if you think back to, did you love to play outdoors? Did you love to take care of dolls, or play with matchbox cars, and like do the racetrack, and you were just racing your cars all over the place? Maybe you're not meant to be Mario Andretti, but maybe you do something in the transportation industry. So we'll get that figured out. Again, it doesn't have to directly align, but if you think back to a child under the age of 8 and what you just freely did, maybe you just were always scribbling or drawing, or loved to read, or just loved that dancing and that creative play. Your life purpose is very likely in there. Your life purpose might be to be more creative, and you're just a dabbler. And you've tried on, you've been up and down every aisle of Michael's craft store, let me tell you, or whatever your favorite craft store is, because you just need to dabble in them, and that's how your soul expresses. My life purpose is to help others with their spiritual awakening. And I have the good fortune of, I'm now fully in that lane. Was I in that lane for the first 50 plus years of life? No, no. So my guides had to do a lot of work to really get me there, but they did get me there. So I hope that helps a little bit with kind of giving a context for life purpose. Let me just look for some of the things I've learned
Um,
about that. See if it,
Wendy, I've got a question, if you don't
please,
mind, on the
please.
microphone. So I've got a
Yes,
feeling
yes.
that my life purpose is that I have to be more assertive, probably especially with my mother. But like, so once you've done your life purpose, is that it? Like, because I'm afraid, like, if I do that, then that's it.
That's a great
Like,
question.
you know,
It is possible to accomplish the life purpose that we planned sooner than was expected. It doesn't take the whole lifetime. And guess what? You're never without purpose. So, new purpose is just going to come in beautiful ways. So don't be afraid to complete it and think, oh, you know,
mm,
am I going to be done at that
is that
point?
it? Yeah,
New will
yeah,
absolutely come in, and I do see that with
yeah,
some of my clients.
yeah.
I've seen that
Great.
too, that mine grew and changed and morphed because I completed what was meant to be done. So more came in, and it felt really good.
Yeah, yeah.
As
Oh,
opposed
that's
to just
excellent. Thank you.
deliver.
I've also got another quick question. It's like,
Yes,
once you start getting into all of this and you want to kind of unlock your life purpose and all that kind of stuff, there's so many websites and people out there that you kind of get a feeling that they just want to take your money, and I know with yourself, like, you were just so generous with like your part payments and stuff like that. And there's people out there that they want you to watch this video, and then you've got to watch this video to the end, and then it'll come up and you've got to pay like $4,000 for something, or it's just so hard to know
just know
who to
yourself.
trust.
Trust your
Yeah.
intuition. Ask your higher self and guides to help you, because we want to be in that place where we've got excellent discernment. We want to have those loving, open hearts, but that doesn't mean that we don't have discernment and we're able to know what's right for us, what's not right for us. if it's something that's just super hard to wade through, and I'm, your body will, I'm like going, oh gosh, this is annoying. This is irritating. I don't like how this feels. Just pay attention to your body and how you feel. And yes, some are just, it's more flowery, it's just more writing, but I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to read more. I'm like, oh,
I know.
you just
Yeah.
know what you're
Tell me
going
more.
for. You know what you're like, if you're going forward or
Yeah.
if you're pulling back. That's how muscle testing works too. You know what you're drawn to. But just take a couple deep breaths, get grounded, clear your energy, ask your higher self and guides to help you. I ask my guides to Google with me. When I'm hearing to Google, or I know I'm to Google, that's the process I go through. And I say, show me the best information on the first hit. I'm going to read one thing, and I no longer go down rabbit holes. I'd
Yeah.
like to trademark that as Googling with the
Yeah.
guides.
I feel a little bit like Alice in Wonderland at the moment, but thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for answering that. That's
absolutely.
lovely. Thank you.
So let's look in the chat quickly, because then we want to do the meditation and get where we need to go. So we have questions at the end. So I'm just going to pick if it's the most pertinent. So pardon me, excuse me, it's not going to be all of them necessarily. Do I hear the messages for the client? Yes and no. The idea is for you to be empowered, and I'll do everything to help you hear your higher self and your guides. I'm also listening. That is my main gift. I'm extremely clairaudient. I hear the divine beautifully at this point after 13 years of doing this. So if you're not hearing it, if you're just super blocked or need validation and need help, I will absolutely help you with it, and we'll get your engine revved. We'll get it going together, because sometimes you need a jump start for the car, and that's okay. And again, we'll just keep calling in your higher self and guides. So it's your information. It's not someone telling you what the information is or what to do. We work to do it together. But if it's hard for you to drive the bus, we can switch places, and I can drive the bus for a little bit, and then we'll see if you can get you back in that driver's seat.
And she is great at driving the bus.
Well, thank you.
Up for quite some time. Thank you, Wendy. Shirley Lou, is it Louis?
Yes,
She's had
I do have a yes. Thank you.
Okay.
I actually
Go
have
ahead.
spent much time about this, and I know my life purpose after 65 years now, and I am going to embark on it, and I'm totally excited. What I like to ask you really is, I know we have to operate on a higher frequency. Of course, being who we are and what we are, we operate from our paradigms. I have two questions then. One, how do I get rid of the limiting beliefs in my paradigms? And number two, I know I send myself on conditional love, but it's an intellectual exercise. I have yet to feel the love of the divine, the feminine divine, the inner child. All these are intellectual ideas.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
That does that feel a little painful or limiting? You'd like there to be more to that?
I would like to have it as a knowing. That I know beyond all reasonable doubt, that I can feel in my 30, 50 trillion cells that yes, I am source. Yes, I can feel the source.
Yes.
And I sometimes feel the energy, but not to the level where I felt I will feel so much love. Because the reason I ask is, I know it's there. But
how do you get tuned?
How do I transition to that knowing?
Right. So those are two powerful questions. So how to release those self-limiting beliefs is a brilliant question. I'd make it one of your requests if you chose to do the sessions, because that's tripping you up. We all have them, but getting that to bubble up from the unconscious and the subconscious, so we're conscious, oh, that's a self-limiting belief. Your higher self and guides, they will call them out during the session. You can make the request to them right now. Ask them to send you a useful dream, or for you to have a meditation where they're going to call some of those out and just get that communication, because they know, now they know you really are ready and you want to work on this because you're asking it in a public forum, which is courageous. So just ask them for help and know that would be something we'd work on in session. And that may be part of your purpose too. So, you know, we'll see if that comes up. And then the second part, to move it out of the intellectual, move it out of the left brain, down into the body and down into the heart. That would likely be coming through some healing that we would do for the mind, body, spirit, where we would get you out of your likely nice high IQ, left brain place, because we can just get caught there. And that's where a lot of the fear and the anxiety gets mixed in. And then we start ping-ponging, you know, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I not do this? And, you know, the endless comparison lists. And it's just, we're not able to feel that unconditional love and just accept it and trust. So there's likely been some experience that have caused this bit of a rift, bit of a disconnect or fear factor. It's very common, and I know it can be painful. So I love that you're, again, courageous enough to ask that and just say, how can I heal this? Because I want to feel it to heal it, is kind of the mantra around emotions. You know, if we're feeling angry, it doesn't do any good to say, oh, well, you know, I don't deserve to feel angry. I shouldn't be feeling angry. Now we're like intellectualizing it. You just got to feel it. And yeah, I feel angry. May not be justified, may not make sense, but that is the emotion. And we've got to feel it for 30, 60, 90 seconds. And then we can release it and we can balance it. So those disconnects, they're tricky. But it is something that we work on in session together. So let's move into the meditation so that everyone can feel that they know what their purpose is. I'm going to mute everybody again, and we're going to do a short meditation together. Oh, here it is, 4:44 in my world, Pacific time. Everything's balanced. And we will then unmute to walk through that. So I'm muting everyone. If I could find the button, that would be good. There we go. All right. So just get comfortable and close your eyes if you'd like to. Welcome to just relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your back, your arms, your wrists, your hands. Relax your whole spine and your body. Just feeling good to settle into your body. It's feeling comfortable. You can relax your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Everything's feeling relaxed and comfortable. And I'd like you to see yourself on a beautiful early fall day, just the right temperature to take a lovely walk. And the sun is out, it's shining, and we're walking across this beautiful meadow, gorgeous meadow. Blue skies, some white puffy clouds, just feeling marvelous. Every step you take is relaxing in this gorgeous meadow. Easily walking across the meadow, enjoying that sun, feeling wonderful. Every breath in you take is relaxing. Every breath out doubles the relaxation as you easily walk across the meadow and now see this gorgeous, big, beautiful, ancient tree. She's so healthy, so many branches, so many leaves. You reach out and touch the bark on the trunk of the tree and find yourself getting so immediately grounded. You're more wonderfully grounded, more clear in your energy, more aware of your purpose. You can easily tune in to, what is my life purpose? Why am I here? What does my soul wish to learn, express, be, and do? This ancient tree helps you understand your purpose. She's been here for thousands of years. You've known this tree before. She's a marvelous, marvelous way for you to understand your purpose. She helps you send your joy tap roots down out the bottom of both feet. Just like a tree has roots, so do we. They're on the bottom of our feet, the soles of our feet. They're called our joy tap roots, and they are there to help us be able to feel that we can be experiencing peace in our hearts, in our circumstance, even in our challenges, especially in our challenges. We can experience love. We can be love. Your life purpose might be to be love, to be peace, to be joy. These are all possibilities, but people often don't think of them as purpose. So our life purpose is whatever soul chose, and this marvelous, wise old tree is helping us remember. I'm going to be quiet now and just hold the energy for everyone. Your higher self is fully in your body, wonderfully grounded. Your guides, your guardian angels, highest beings of light are here to assist everyone. Whoever you'd like to call on at this time, just ask them to please assist you in knowing more about your purpose. What is your purpose? We'll start right there, and I'll be quiet for a minute. Everyone can learn more and remember their purpose. Remember, know your purpose. Typically 2 to 7 words, starting with a verb, does not need to directly correlate to your how you make a living or what your career is. It may, but it may not. Know your purpose. Be there now. You've got great clarity on your purpose. You can feel it in your body. You know that's right. You know that's why you're here. Your life makes more sense now, perhaps, as you think back over the challenges, the quote failures, the disappointments. They were all helping you get there to your purpose. So hold on to that. And now let's see if there's any particular resources you might need to live your purpose. Those are going to easily come to you now, because your higher self, your guides, God, the universe, whoever you see and feel and sense as being important in your world, everyone wants you to achieve your purpose. So those resources are going to come to you. We often have self-limiting beliefs in the way to let go of. Many of them are in the area of money or connections or just their self-confidence things tripping us up. So just know that you've got the resources. We're going to unblock those blocks and just bring those resources to you. They can be simpler and faster than you think. Earth has raised her vibration to 5D, and that's instant manifestation. We've aligned with our higher selves. We're transmuting our karma, raising our vibration and frequency to match Earth's. And the resources are there. They're not forbidden to you. They're not kept by anyone away from you. Just get yourself grounded and clear. Ask for help and ask for the resources. You can actually command the resources needed to live your purpose. If that feels better for you, be fully in your power without abusing it and command the resources to live your purpose. The universe wants you to do that. Everyone wants you to do that. So we'll leave it with that. Removed the obstacles. And you're now going to gently, gently come back to your body, feeling wonderful, refreshed, renewed. You know your purpose, and you know you've got the resources to enjoy that purpose and feel a lot of peace and love and joy regarding that. Feel a lot of gratitude for that, perhaps some relief for that. So let's come on back to our bodies. I'm going to count to 10. On the count of 10, you'll be fully in your body, knowing your purpose and knowing you've got the resources you need and you've got the wherewithal to get there. 1, 2, coming fully, fully back to your body, gently, gently back into your body, knowing your purpose and knowing that you can live it and accomplish it and enjoy it. 3, 4, you're welcome to open your eyes when you're ready, gently, gently, fully back into your body, knowing your purpose. 5, 6, welcome to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming fully, fully back into your body, feeling that happiness, that joy, that relief to know your purpose. 7, 8, coming fully, fully back to the present day and time, leaving any energy behind you that does not serve you anymore. Let the past be in the past. Let's just be clear and present in the moment. All right. 7, 8, 9, 10, fully, fully back to the present day and time. August 23rd, 2023 for me. Some of you who are in very different time zones, it might be the 22nd or the 24th, but just know you're fully, fully back to your present day and time, feeling great and knowing that purpose. Let me unmute everybody and let me power read the chat here. And we will just bring up what the guides say is most pertinent. All right, asking everybody to unmute. And all right, so comment. Okay, we're going to stick to purpose and I'm going to let the others go for now. If you had a question and it's burning and you really want it answered, please come on back another time. Look on my website. There's the ongoing energy blessing and Q&A. So I'm going to stick to and focus on life purpose for now. So please help me do that as we focus there. And let's see. Okay, very good. So please, let's just open the dialogue. Does anyone want to share who was able to tune into their purpose? Who was able to get more information and feels that they'd know more about it now and just feel more that that can be accomplished? How did we do with our guided meditation together? Okay,
I got something.
Great. All right, perfect. What would you like to share, Margaret?
Well, I'm the deeply stuck person who was the nurse, and I've been floundering, not knowing what to do. I figured I completed my life purpose with nursing, but I don't feel that I want that to be the end. So in the meditation, when you asked, what did you do about, as children, I thought, well, I like to climb trees. And when I was a child, I also loved to read. And it came to me that I would like to read to children who can't. And I would also like to read to elders who can't, whether they're shut in or can't see, visually impaired, or just need companionship.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
It's lovely.
fantastic.
I never thought of it
That's
before.
wonderful. And that might be one-on-one, it might be small groups, it might be in person, it might be if you contact the library and other places. You've got a lovely voice, and they just always need readers, because people who are visually impaired or want to practice English more, it just helps to hear native speakers. Just, for so many reasons, like you said, companionship, information, entertainment. So just open yourself up to that. That is lovely. And planting those trees too. My gosh, does Earth need that? We need that oxygen. We need that carbon dioxide oxygen exchange. We need the soil being held. So that's wonderful. So I'd love to hear how those play out for you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Margaret. Who else?
Thank you.
Did somebody have a raised hand? Was there anybody else that wanted to thinking early today would be fun to do an adult story time. There we go. There we go. Yeah, my mom used to do that. My mom is really well spoken. She has beautiful diction, and she volunteered years ago through the library. And what she did was she recorded a bunch of books and things like that. That then people were able to download at no charge via the library, and they could listen to it, for free. And that was years ago. The technology is so much expanded. I'm sure it's way more possibilities from that. Joe, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, just wondering, what are some good ways to, if we feel like there's a maybe like a hesitation to our life purpose, or maybe something like that. What's a good way to?
Sure. So that's great, because yes, it can kick off fear factor, because it's unknown, we're not sure. It can definitely raise some blocks. I mean, I didn't know for years. And I was not the most gracious person with my guides. They do not give up on us, because I was kind of like kicking and screaming to get to the work. I'm like, you want me to do what? That's not even a thing. I mean, that was a lot of my answers in the beginning. And then I found out, yes, all these things really were things. And I really enjoy them, and I'm really good at them. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, I was so ungracious. But I would just sit and get quiet and just meditate and do your best to ground and clear your energy. Maybe have a notepad with you and just do a little journaling, and just talk to, that hesitation you can feel, that little block, that little confusion or concern. And just, it's very likely an ego block. It's you at a younger age. You can invite your ego to sit down and talk with you. Just be kind to it. I invited in to have high tea, and my ego seems to like that, because that's me being welcoming, because I've laid out my best table. I'm not trying to chase it away. I'm not trying to say, be gone. It's not possible. Might as well work with it. So just invite in, what's up? Talk to it. Just make it be real and say, what's that block I feel coming? Why am I like pulling back? What's going on here? And try and get the best clarity you can. So you can talk to your ego and see what age it is when it comes in. It's typically going to be a child or a teenager, potentially early 20s, but usually young. And just say, what's
Uh,
on? Why are you scared? Why are you hesitating? What is this block? What's going on? And just have the dialogue, and then you'll get to know yourself better, and you can see I had a lot of blocks to writing. I did not get to publishing easy or fast. I did not get to channeling in a lovely way. So many lessons were learned and many blocks and a lot of energy had to be released for me to get to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing and now love doing. But it was not a direct line. So does that help?
Yes, that's very helpful with my situation. And
Just to dialogue with yourself and just be kind to yourself. And for me, as I said, it helps to picture it as just my poor ego trying to run the show. And what's that expression? The mind is a wonderful servant and a terrible master. Do not let, because ego, it's fear factor. The ego wants to keep us alive. Now, the most efficient way to keep us alive is don't let anything change because you're looking good right now. You're alive. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's helpful. We need to be
No.
able to grow and change.
Don't
And
do your life purpose. That's it. You're going to cark it.
yeah, exactly. So the freedom approach is just not, it's not working for us. So we just have to be gentle and just work it through. So Carolina, let's be the last question of the day.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. What would you like to question or comment on life purpose?
Well, yes, on life purpose. I was sure that everybody comes to this earth to be happy and to enjoy the ride
Mhm.
and yeah, just to smile, you know. And that's the first thing that I got. I when I asked,
Oh,
and
so for you to help
like
hold
just
that
be happy,
energy for others?
just be happy, you know.
Yeah.
Kind
Oh,
of. And but I have a lot of you know, I'm asthmatic because of sadness. If you look into Chinese medicine,
okay.
and because when I was a child, I just loved singing, dancing, drawing, being creative, playing with animals, playing with everything, looking at everything, being everywhere. I don't know. I'm I love like connecting with everything everywhere
Mm.
all the time. And when I was a child, I was sure that I was here to help others and to like basically help change the world.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And well, I guess I'm doing it in some kind of way
Just have
because
confidence you are. The life reviews, when people go home, it's the simplest, most beautiful little thing that really matters. It's, you know, that child or that adult who like just took that moment to like water that like parched tree. It's like not wasting water. I don't like throw away water. I just like always recycle it somewhere. Or it's like that
not throwing away anything. That's
right.
what I say.
It's upcycle and just like that trapped little insect or just slowing down to, you know, put your arm around someone or just give them a kind word or just
Yeah,
say,
but that's what I always do, and I don't know. It's like I feel that's not enough, and
oh, it is more than you know. It is absolutely more than
I
you
know
know.
it is because when you give a person a compliment and she's happy afterwards, or he, then I feel good, and I think maybe it stays with them for a longer time than I
Right.
remember it, and I have done a lot of
Absolutely.
things that are also a little bit more than that, and
So just try
but
and be
it's like
kind with yourself. Try and
I
that's
just don't know what to do with my life. That's all. It's
uh,
like I have been studying my whole life. I have studied law. I'm studying now something else, an MBA, and I
okay.
have lots of certifications. And I don't know. It's like I just don't want to be in a company. It's like
Okay.
it's a lot of ego in there and a lot of I'm the best and I know everything. And it's like I know I don't know anything. And
Okay.
maybe you have read
To help
about
you.
psychopathy and corporations, like corporations being or behaving
We're just
like
crossing beyond
psychopaths.
what I can do in a group call like this. So I'd be so happy to work with you one-on-one if that's something you'd like to do. So
When I have a job, that's the first thing I'm gonna
yeah,
do.
yeah.
You can be
So
sure about that.
please reach out and just help you through that process.
Is there something you can tell me now, like whatever comes to you?
I'm sorry, I
Anything?
can't for other people. It's something, we're meant
Ah,
to
okay, I'm sorry. No,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
thought maybe
It's
that's
gonna
something
come
that
to you.
helps everybody.
Let's set it up this way. Let's just let that easily come to you on your own in a dream tonight. You're going to have a useful dream, and it's going to help you just get some comfort, get some direction, feel really good with all those amazing advanced studies you've done, and help
works with
purpose.
very vulnerable people.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's wrap up for today. I so appreciate
Thank you, Wendy.
being here.
Thank
I
you.
just want to offer healing. There's one person who needs physical healing. So if anyone's feeling any pressure in their third eye, because we've got one person feeling that, it's your psychic clairs opening. My guides kidded with me and they said it was easier to roll the tomb off Jesus's tomb than it was to get my third eye open. Because I
Thank
was,
you.
no, I don't want to open it. It's gonna be hard. No, I don't want to do it. I was very dramatic. You can feel like the tomb is being, it can cause a lot of pressure. So
Yeah.
just ask for ease and grace and let our third eye open as it's meant to, and it's going to be gentle and it's going to be just right for us. And you can just kind of put your hand there and just keep asking your higher self and guides for ease and grace with it, because it makes perfect sense. The third eye be opening a lot more when we're asking to know our purpose. So let's just let that be easier. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Please do reach out one-on-one via my website if you need to, via the contact me. And I really appreciate you taking the time, and everybody just kind of helped lifted everyone else up. So I'm going to leave at this point with my thanks. I'll leave this open for a little bit. Just if you need to copy paste from what I had put as the very first resources, please protect the confidentiality of the group, but my information is public information. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
for
you,
being
Wendy.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
next
Wendy.
time.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Good. Bye.
Good precious to everyone. Bye-bye.
Namaste.